Okay, here's the RCA colortrak television from 1979. I'll show the information sticker, or I'll attempt to, on the back of it here. This is model FD475W from November 1979. What I'm going to do is show the damage or wear or whatever you want to call it on the set. The top is, there's no scratches that go through like into the, yeah, there might be one there. Yeah, that one's pretty bad, but I mean, it is, can you focus? It's scuffed up, and I'm sure some of this is actual damage that wouldn't come off of it, like that. But for the most part, this is in pretty decent shape. On the front, we have a pretty good sized ding right there. Let's see, I think there was another one. The corner here is a little screwed up too. This silver trim that goes around here is worn off from about there to there. That's about all the physical damage on it. Actually, there is some on the back here a little bit. I don't know what the deal with this is, but this is like engraved into the set, and that is not going to come out. We'll go ahead and turn it on. Oh, there's some Sharpie here. I can probably get that off. I'll go ahead and turn it on. I believe the CRT in this set is on the weak side, so I'll go ahead and fire it up. One thing to note, it has been on, but if you leave it off like overnight, this display sometimes has a couple dead segments, but it always comes back after it's been on for a while. Here's part of the reason I say this CRT is most likely on the weak side, is because it does take a good while to come up here. Now it looks worse on camera than it actually does in person. Possibly if I turn the lights off here, I'll give a more accurate, okay, yeah, that's a more accurate representation, minus that bar, of course. If I turn the contrast down, you can see it's sort of blooming there, and if I turn the contrast down, that goes away. If I turn the contrast back up, here we go, you can see it gets some color bleeding there, mostly green. Now I'm sure part of that is due to the fact that this thing needs to be calibrated, but I do believe that the CRT on this set is on the weak side. It has a nice bright picture though, and for the most part it's pretty sharp. It just has a lot of color bleeding. Now I'm going to put it on a cartoon here. Of course it's on a commercial where there is no cartoon. Sound works just fine. It's really, it looks worse on camera there in some ways, but it looks better. Like the camera doesn't really show the color bleeding. Well, it's not really here. It's more on like lines. Like text and stuff, you can really see it. But the brightness is good, and the sharpness is pretty good. I'm sure the color, if you played around with that, would look better. Now, these buttons are another source of complaint. First of all, the volume pot, it's fine now. It was a bit scratchy. Probably just needs to be cleaned. Most of these buttons do work. Except for the 5. Seems to be working now. 5 is working now. You can see it's very bright.
Did she leave this wedding alone?
But I believe that's some sort of automatic fine-tuning type thing. Anyway, sometimes the 5 button you have to really mash it, but right then it seemed to be working okay. I'm trying to get an accurate representation of what the picture actually looks like here. It doesn't look bad, it's absolutely watchable, but I want to be completely clear that I do believe that the CRT is slightly on the weak side. However, I also believe that somebody who wanted to take the time and calibrate this and, you know, get all the adjustments correct, it would probably look perfectly fine. This person is not green. I don't know why they look green on camera. There you go. But it's completely usable. Anyway, I don't know what else I can say about it here.
Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise were rejected. This stalemate has been going on for almost 3 weeks now.
Here.
In 60 seconds, the horrific scene on a highway, dense fog, and... We'll have more right after this.
Detect this. Living with HIV, I learned I could stay undetectable with pure medicines. That's why
Good for you. Cameras, really. It's not. Oh, that looks a lot better. The lens was dirty. You can see off to the side here, the color bleed there. I mean, it's pretty bad on white to black, or, you know, on a gradient like that. But I mean, it's completely usable. I think I'm over-describing it here.
Eustace? Eustace, can you please fix this?
I better cut that off. I don't want to get a copyright claim. Anyway, that's about all I have to say and describe there. It's actually in pretty decent condition. I just do believe that it has quite a few hours on it, and it obviously needs to be calibrated.